Arrested for giving a Mandrax pipe to a 4-year-old boy in Johannesburg. Donald Trump says, nope, he probably won't come to South Africa for the G20. And a tsunami reaches Hawaii after one of the strongest recorded earthquakes strikes Russia. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
A presidential battle has been playing out in the Constitutional Court as the MK party and its leader, former President Jacob Zuma, challenged President Cyril Ramaphosa's decision to place Police Minister Senzo Mchunu on special leave. The MK party approached the Apex Court on an urgent basis, wanting Mchunu's suspension, the appointment of an acting minister, and the institution of a judicial commission of inquiry set aside.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has addressed Parliament and taken questions on his decision not to fire Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, but to place him on suspension, to which he's responded that he cannot fire Mchunu based on untested allegations. Today, his lawyer, Advocate Ngwako Maineche, has taken this argument a step further in the Constitutional Court.
And we would submit that need for investigation in that context is to enable the President to discharge the power to dismiss in a manner that is consistent with the Constitution and the requirement of the principle of rationality.
Maineche says while there's no express provision that says the President can suspend a minister, it's implied in his power to appoint. The President's lawyer says it's good governance on the part of the President to remove Mchunu from his office while he's being investigated. Eyewitness News at the Constitutional Court.
Police have confirmed that a 4-year-old boy seen in a viral video being instructed by his mother to take drugs is now in the care of the Child Protection Unit. The video has been circulating online showing 3 adults encouraging the boy to light up what police say is a Mandrax pipe and telling him to smoke it. The suspects, including the boy's mother, were arrested in New Clare, Johannesburg yesterday.
Upon arrival, officers located the mother who matched the description from the video. When questioned, she identified 2 other individuals present in the video, including the person who recorded it. And officers approached the identified suspects, introduced themselves, and questioned them about the footage. All 3 suspects confessed to using Mandrax and admitting to filming the incident.
The 39-year-old man linked to the murder of 14-year-old Ramaphosa says he was confident he would be cleared of the murder charge, adding he didn't commit the gruesome crime. Mduduzi Mnisi was arrested last month for the premeditated murder of the girl. Fosa's body was discovered mutilated in an open field not far from her home in Durban, deep west of Johannesburg, a day after she was reported missing. Today, the National Prosecuting Authority withdrew the charges brought against Mnisi, stating that new information revealed in court ruled him out as a suspect.
However, subsequent to further probing, we then received this information. We instructed the investigating officer to do further investigations, and that is when 4 more witnesses came with more information that confirmed that Mnisi was not the last person to be with the deceased.
I knew from the onset that I didn't commit this crime which they were framing me with, you see. I did have an alibi where I was on that day when it happened. You know people when you are around in the location and they know like you were previous doing wrong things, you see, and then now you changed and then they don't accept that.
Speaking on behalf of the family, Fosa's uncle, Mtobile Fosa, says they do not hold any resentment towards Mnisi and never blamed him for her death.
As a family, we are waiting for anything at this point. For now, what has happened has passed, and it will not change anything about our situation. But we will continue to search for the person who killed Likhona.
US President Donald Trump says he probably won't attend the G20 summit in South Africa. He rehashed debunked claims of white citizens being deliberately persecuted and killed in the country. Asked on board Air Force One if he planned to attend the Leaders' Summit in November, Trump had this to say.
I don't think so, no. I think maybe I'll send somebody else because I've had a lot of problems with South Africa and they have some very bad policies. Very, very bad policies, like policies where people are being killed. A lot of people are being killed. So I think I probably won't.
Julius Malema, the EFF firebrand politician, is this week's Politricking with Tsidi Madia, an EWN Politics podcast guest. He's had little to say publicly about his deputy, Floyd Shivamu, who left the EFF to join the MK party until today. Malema had choice words for claims his former deputy has levelled against the EFF, which include labelling it as a cult and autocratic.
You said Floyd, you never said anything about Floyd. You know why? He never dared to say that thing to me, on my face. He had access to me in private, in public. So why would I entertain such a coward? He never dared to say those things he's saying about me. He never told me, on my face. He never, if he's that strong and political, he never tried chances to remove me.
Within the party?
And then you can remove me from outside.
An investigation into the deaths of 3 psychiatric patients in the Northern Cape has pointed to hypothermia and poor hospital conditions as likely causes. The Ombudsman revealed that power outages caused by cable theft left patients exposed to extreme cold, leading to fatal medical complications. An investigation was initiated following a complaint lodged by Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi against the Northern Cape Mental Hospital in October last year. 3 patients were transferred from the hospital to the Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe Hospital in critical condition when the hospital was experiencing infrastructure complications.
It is notable that these patients, starting with Mr. Lowe, who developed a stroke, which may be attributable to extreme hypothermia, and then Dimbaza, who died of hypothermia, Mohoto, who died of multilobar pneumonia, and lastly, DeBrain, who also suffered hypothermia.
The National Council of Provinces has voted overwhelmingly in favour of the appropriation bill, officially finalising the 2025 budget process. But the MK Party and EFF continued their rejection of the bill and the budget in the NCOP in a follow-up to last week's debate and adoption in the National Assembly. As is the case with all money bills that accompany the budget, the NCOP must also adopt the appropriation bill to allow for the full transfer of funds to various departments and entities.
It's a lifeline for your corrupt politicians, failing ministers, and bloated departments that can never deliver a simple toilet without a scandal. You call it appropriation bill, we call it a misappropriation bonanza.
2 more people, including a traditional leader, have been arrested for the assassination of former KwaZulu-Natal DA councillor Nhlalayenza Ndlovu. Ndlovu was shot dead at his home in Howick in December last year, while serving as the DA's chief whip in the Mgeni municipality. Police say a 56-year-old traditional leader and a 26-year-old inmate who allegedly coordinated the hit from Pietermaritzburg prison have been taken into custody.
The pair will appear before the Howick Magistrate Court on Thursday, the 31st of July. They will join the 2 suspects who were previously arrested and charged for the murder. They will face charges of conspiracy to commit murder, murder and possession of unlicensed firearms and ammunition.
A powerful undersea earthquake near Russia triggered tsunamis across the Pacific, sending waves to Alaska, Hawaii, California, and Washington. Most waves were minor, but Hawaii saw 6-foot surges. Millions have been evacuated, including 2 million in Japan. Tsunamis traveling over 500 miles per hour aren't single giant waves. They're fast-moving floods that can last for hours. This quake is one of the strongest ever recorded. And tens of thousands of fans have gathered to pay respect to Ozzy Osbournes in his home city of Birmingham. According to the BBC, the Black Sabbath singer's coffin has been driven along Broad Street in the city centre. The procession paused at the Black Sabbath Bridge, a focal point for fans to gather. Osbourne died just over 2 weeks after he performed at the Black Sabbath Back to the Beginning gig at Villa Park. That's it from us. We'll see you for more again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.